Welcome to CineBites, a cinematic culinary podcast where we experience the wonders and beauty of cinema with our eyes and explore the unique and glorious cuisine in those films with our taste buds. Today we're stepping into the offbeat world of Napoleon Dynamite. Get ready to journey through awkward hilarity and culinary curiosities as we explore the unique connections between film and food in this cult classic. So grab your dang quesadilla, saddle up your llama, and let's dive into the whimsical world of Napoleon and his love for tots and movie magic. Feast your eyes.
All right.
Tina, you fat lard.
Come get some dinner.
Come get some dinner.
We are back for the pod. Episode...
Yeah, welcome
What episode
everyone.
is this?
This
10?
would be, I think, 9 or 10.
11?
Yeah.
12?
One of those numbers.
It's one of them.
So, yeah, welcome today, and thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
We are always excited to be doing this with you guys and, sharing our, somewhat movie knowledge and foods. So we really appreciate y'all's listening and viewing. So we do appreciate you just sending all the love to our munchies and everyone else who's new to the CineBites world. But So today we are talking about a movie, Napoleon Dynamite. So yeah, yes. Napoleon Dynamite. We had talked about Nacho Libre in our last episode or couple episodes.
Two episodes ago.
And so yeah, and so we talked a little bit about
3 episodes ago.
Yeah, that's right. 3 episodes ago. So we did talk about our, Napoleon Dynamite a little bit when we were talking about Nacho Libre, but we didn't get into, the meat of it. We didn't cover the food. Wet meat. Oh, so
I'm gonna cover the food up just so we can do the reveal.
So you're probably gonna see that, but you probably can't see it from back there. So, but
we'll
anyways,
show the picture.
If you've seen this movie, you can probably guess what foods we're gonna do. Even though there's
a lot of food,
a great amount of foods, which
Jared
is really
Hess
cool.
gets a lot of food in all of his movies,
which makes it
or at least
so,
the 2 movies.
Yeah, and they're almost vibrant foods, know, where it just really sticks out to you, especially in the beginning.
And
I guess credits scene.
And it's always like iconic scenes with the food.
Exactly.
It's not just food there. It's like memorable food moments in both of those movies. And this one in particular, we're going to get into that.
Yeah. So when we talk about movies that, we have inspired for the show, this is definitely one that comes up because, it's
lots of food.
A lot of food that you can pick from. So
it's a classic.
Yeah. Cult classic.
We both love this movie.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So
I still love it. And I know we talked about, me saying that Nacho Libre is greater than this. And I, in a lot of ways, I do enjoy Nacho Libre more than this, but I don't want to discredit how good this movie actually is.
Yeah. And I think I was more on the side of, I think I like this one better.
Yeah, for sure.
Slightly. Yeah. Maybe.
Also, your haircut looks great.
Oh, thank
it looks
you.
Nice.
Yep, I cut it off.
Yeah. No more.
Looks so different.
No more long hair. It's still a little long, but, it looks good. But, yeah, so this movie is... anyways, I got distracted. You
got distracted by my...
by your new look.
My beautiful new look.
There you go. Well, you said beautiful.
Well, you implied it.
I don't know. I'm just complimenting. So, but, yeah, this movie is, a cult classic. It really brought a new, I guess, view on comedy that was kind of a hidden genre that wasn't really, brought to most mainstream comedies or cinema, which is kind of that awkwardness. And I think that's why there were 2 camps with this movie on, either you really liked it or you didn't,
This movie is just the embodiment of awkward.
Yes. Yeah.
But in the funniest way possible.
Very much so. Yeah.
And very much junior high humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the best way. I love this movie.
It's great. Yeah. And actually, we had talked about this, kind of the inspiration for this film was based off of the short film that Jordan has came out with.
Yeah, what was that called?
I can't remember
it was the Spanish word for wig. I remember that. Because kind of the whole premise is that Pedro cuts his hair off like he does in the movie.
Yeah.
Or something happened. Or there's two guys. Anyway.
In that short film, there were two. There was Pedro and then another character. So it was essentially for the movie.
Peluca.
Yeah. That's right. And we could be mispronouncing that.
Yeah, that's the Spanish word for wig. And so the whole, it's literally less than 10 minutes short where they go shopping for a wig.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out to kind of see
Right
what
here.
the stepping stone was for Napoleon Dynamite, you can check that out on YouTube. So
It has released in 2002, directed by Jared Hess. The budget was $500. I feel like that's actually a lot for what this is, because when you watch it, I feel like nothing really happens.
Yeah.
Or like they just filmed it like they did the whole opening scene of Napoleon Dynamite where he's in the bus and he throws that thing out.
Yeah.
Is in the original short film as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just recreated in the newer version in the new movie, as well as that wig scene.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's like all that happens.
Yeah. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of Napoleon Dynamite, because there's a few things that I want to share, but you may have already seen it on screen.
Because we didn't cover it up.
But if you want to do the honors, we are bringing to life the tots. Of course, you can't have tots without, or you can't have Napoleon Dynamite food without tots. And then
get your own tots.
And then the steak that Uncle Rico famously ate, the wet-looking steak.
It's wet and it's bloody and it's very kind of gray.
Yeah. Did you get the picture of this too?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And we got the cheapest meat I think we could find too, because in the movie it definitely looked cheap. And they're not rich; they're pretty poor.
And like you told me before, it looked like it was microwaved.
Yeah, in the movie it does.
It just looks like a cheap piece of meat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was honestly kind of sad. The way I had to cook this was very sad because it's not the ideal way for me to cook steak. But we're gonna eat into it.
We're gonna do it, and then to drink for the pod, we've got red Gatorade. In the movie, it's not branded, but you know he's practicing his dance moves with that one dance DVD he found, and then he goes out in the living room and he's chugs it down really fast, and it's like a red Gatorade. So that's what we've got here.
Yeah, which is tasty. So let's dig in. So tots first. I'm gonna grab that.
Oh, a little tot. Ooh, a little crunch to it.
Not bad.
Man, I love a good tot.
We should have got some ketchup. I don't think there's any.
Get your own tots.
I don't think there's any ketchup in when he's eating with it. I think because he has it out of his pocket.
Yeah. Well, maybe during lunch he might have ketchup, but no, you're right. He's eating out of his pocket. But he only eats one before the one kid next to him kicks his pocket. Yeah. He's like, dang it.
The bully.
Idiot. Let's cut into this.
Is it tough?
Oh, it's bloody for sure. I mean, it's not that tough. I'm using a butter knife to cut it, and I'm getting through.
Yeah, I couldn't find any steak knives. I should have brought a steak knife, too. I'm going to get a big
She's rare. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe medium rare.
Medium.
No, a little tough. What do you think?
I mean, it's a cheap steak.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's not bad, cook. That's probably like a medium rare, maybe.
I'll take it. I'll take the tots though. I mean, even the cheapest of tots that you can find is a good tot.
Yeah.
Is there such thing as a bad tot? I think not.
Ooh, another shirt idea.
Yep.
Anything?
Is there such thing as a bad tot? I think not.
I think not.
I'll put that on a t-shirt.
I like that. Yeah. So.
Man, I'm going to eat all these tots. That one was covered in steak blood. But it's not really blood. Everyone just says it's blood, but it's not really. I forget what it really is, but it's definitely not blood, because why would blood be coming out of the muscle like that? That make no sense.
That steak is really chewy. That's why there's periods of me not talking, is because I'm trying to chew.
Yeah, because he's still trying to get through it. I only took one bite. I might get another bite here in a minute. I've been mostly eating the tots and drinking my Gatorade.
All in all, this is not bad.
It's not awful.
This is really good. Honestly, this is really good, and I might actually rate it a lot higher than
what you thought.
What I thought I would. I think what I'm gonna do is rate it the way that I think a normal steak would taste.
Well, but can you though? I feel like you have to rate it on based off the. I feel like you have to rate it on based off of the one that's in the movie, and this is a very close approximation to the one in the movie. I kind of feel like though. Let me look it up. Let me look up a picture, but I feel like the one in the movie, he's like, it's pretty well done.
Oh, yeah, like
Steak
very tough.
In Napoleon Dynamite. I think it's very tough and very well done. And it's tough enough that he chucks one at Napoleon in his face while he's riding a bike, and it hurts him. So I feel like this is a close approximation to it.
Uncle Rico.
And fun fact.
I think you're going to say the fun fact.
No, you say the fun fact, because I actually think I learned this fun fact from you.
Yeah, so Uncle Rico, the actor who plays Uncle Rico, which I can find out real quick, he got the role. I don't know if he told Jared Hess this before time, but he was actually a vegetarian during the film, and he probably still is vegetarian or vegan.
Yeah.
And every time that they had to take where he had to eat the steak, he would chew it up and then spit it out every time. So I thought that was very interesting. But yeah, I mean this is pretty good.
I'm gonna clear this plate full of tots.
We're just gonna clear this plate in general.
I don't know if I'll have more steak. I'm not a huge steak guy, and if I'm gonna get a steak, it has to be a good steak. This is not a particularly good steak. It's not horrible. It's not the worst steak I've had, though.
Are you not a steak guy because you're picky?
No! I'm not picky, I swear. I swear I'm not picky.
You got preferences. Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's a difference between pickiness and preferences.
So,
what would be a name for somebody who has preferences? Because you say you're picky.
You're preferencey. You have standards.
Exactly. That sounds better anyway. I have standards.
I don't eat steak.
I have standards.
Oh, man.
No, but I'll eat steak if it's good. But here's the deal, and I always say this. I will eat anything. As you already know from the podcast, there have been many things I don't like, but I still eat it because I am willing to eat it at least once. I'll eat anything once.
Yeah, I'm exactly
even
the same
raw
way.
ostrich egg. I'll do it at least once. Probably never again, but
but at least you try it.
Yeah, and I'll try everything at least once. So then the times that I've had steak, I was never blown away. So when I find myself at a steakhouse, my preference is to order like seafood or something rather than ordering a steak.
Oh, I'm always getting.
But if I go to a restaurant and there's only steak, then I'm getting a steak and I'm going to eat it and I'll be fine. Yeah. That's how I am. I have standards.
You do. You like that?
And I stick to them.
There you go. You want to go? You want to go first? Well, I'm really taking my time to chew through this steak.
Yeah, I actually really like those tots.
Yeah, the tots
they have
are
a good
tasty.
seasoning. Dang.
Yeah.
Walmart did it again, boy.
Did it again.
Yeah, because we did not make the tots from scratch. These are just Walmart tots. So I recommend them actually.
Great value.
Get yourself a Walmart tot. Scrape it off the Walmart floor.
And if Walmart wants to sponsor us,
that's great.
Us up.
Reach out.
Hit us up.
What should I give this? I'm gonna give this.
I don't know. You're the one with standards.
I am the one with standards. I'm giving this food a 7.1. The tots are really carrying it for me. I really love the tots. The steak isn't bad. I feel like that's neutral for me. I feel like the cook on it is pretty good. I mean, it's not super hot because it's been sitting for a minute. So if it were hot and fresh and maybe on a grill, then it would have been a little bit better. But but as it is, it's probably better than the steaks that they had on the set, even because the ones that they had look nasty.
Yeah.
Gatorade. I mean, nothing wrong with a good old Gatorade. I mean, it's just so I'm giving it a 7.1. That's my rating.
Yeah. No, that's good. And it doesn't help that the steak was awful on set when he already hated eating.
Yeah,
steak.
it just made his
so much worse.
It
for
made
him.
his vegetarianism.
Or veganism.
Worse.
I'm not sure which one it was. I'm giving it a 7.9.
That tracks.
Yeah, because I mean, I would cook.
You like steak more than I do. So.
Yeah, and I would cook the steak completely different and have a different cut, but it's
what we gotta do. What we gotta do for CineBites.
Yeah, tots
for
are
our
good.
munchies.
Yeah, tots are good. Gatorade's good. It's super tasty.
What is the red Gatorade? Is it cherry?
I think so, or like a fruit punch. Maybe a fruit punch.
What flavor? is
while you're looking that up,
red Gatorade.
While you're looking that up, I can
Red
start
fruit
on,
punch.
See, gotcha.
There you go.
Told
Nailed
you.
it.
So, this one has the red juice.
Tot went down my lungs.
Uh-oh. So, so let's talk a little bit about Napoleon Dynamite. If you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, spoiler alert, but it also doesn't follow a serious plot.
Yeah, there's not really much you can spoil in the movie.
Yeah.
Because there's no significant things that happen.
Yeah. I think, the biggest things are Napoleon befriending Pedro and, what's her face? He befriends those two people. Yeah. And he essentially helps Pedro. I would say if there is a plot, it follows his, him helping his friend out to become the president. Oh yeah, Deb, to become the president of the school. And then there's just a bunch of random side stories, but it's loosely the plot. Mm-hmm. So it basically follows this high schooler named Napoleon Dynamite, and he, you just see his day-to-day, just awkward interactions with people and just by himself, and that's pretty much the entire movie. A lot of fun, one-liners, just hilarious content. But a lot of people really focused more on the dumb, I guess, parts of this movie, because a lot of them do come off really dumb. But someone had said that this is, in their, I guess, interpretation of the movie, this is probably the smartest dumb movie, because it's strategically dumb.
It's strategically dumb.
Yeah. Yep. It's like it's purposely dumb, and they know exactly what they're doing. With Jared Hess.
And it's dumb funny.
Also, a fun fact with this movie. Did you know? Actually, let's make it a little game. Did you know? Okay, here's the question.
Okay, I'm ready.
How much do you think Jared Heder, who plays
John Heder?
Yeah. Why did I say Jared? Oh, Jared Hess.
Jared Hess. John Heder.
Yeah.
Both JH.
John Heder. How much do you think he made?
I think I've actually heard this before.
Okay.
I think he only made like a couple $1,000.
Lower.
$1,000.
He made $1,000.
Okay. See, I was in the ballpark. See, I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
He made $1,000, but I did hear that he was able to negotiate a new deal.
Yeah, which is
later
good.
on and get royalties and stuff. Because to be honest, going along with that, the budget for this movie is $400,000, is what it's saying, which sounds like a lot for us everyday commoners, but for a movie, $400,000 is low budget.
Yeah,
and it got $46.1 million in the box office, so a huge margin that they got. So obviously,
and that was just in the United States, wasn't it?
It says box office.
Oh, okay. Was that worldwide or?
I don't know. But either way, it was a huge jump from what it got. It's worldwide gross revenue $46.1 million, and so a huge jump. I think it just became more popular than was expected, and so up front they didn't really pay the actors very much. The star of the movie got $1,000, which means probably all the other lovable characters in this movie are barely getting jack squat for being in it.
Yeah, and they do have some recognizable people in here too, at least comedians that you recognize. I forget his name. He was in Third Rock from the Sun, and I can look him up.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
but he was the guy who had the dojo. So he was known even
Rex.
Even at that. Oh, Rex Kwando. Even at that time, because he was in Third Rock from the Sun, so people knew him. So I'm actually curious how much he got paid for it too.
I don't know, but either way.
And then Haley Duff, her sister was really famous at the time, and she became famous as well. So you had some people in there that I imagine, I don't know, maybe got paid more than Jared Hess. I have no idea.
Maybe, I mean,
or not Jared Hess, John
Heder wasn't. I mean, he's nobody or was a nobody.
Yeah, because he was in the short film.
He was in the short film and was just basically probably just a friend or somebody that Jared Hess knew that fit the vibe that he was going for Napoleon's character. And so he's just like, hey, you want to do this? And I'm sure it was just kind of like sure, I'll do it as an agreement. And then it turned out to blow up a lot bigger than probably either of them thought. And so that's why he only got $1,000. But I do wonder how much he got after that. I mean, at the very least, he it blew up his career after that. I mean, he's not been in a ton of. I mean, Napoleon Dynamite's probably the biggest movie he's been in.
Yeah.
But he went on to do more movies when he probably wouldn't have done any movies if he wasn't in Napoleon Dynamite.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sure he got. I wouldn't be surprised if he got, you know, I don't know, at this point, $1 million, if not for the Napoleon Dynamite movie.
Right.
That may be a stretch, but I don't know, because getting 46.1 million in the box office alone, but that doesn't include DVD sales.
Mm-hmm.
This was still in the era when DVDs were still a thing.
Oh yeah.
So DVDs make more money than streaming did in some ways. So DVDs and even streaming nowadays, Napoleon Dynamite's on a few streaming services, so maybe he gets royalties off of that too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure at this point, after almost 20 years, that he's definitely gotten his return on this movie. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Not getting quite to Tom Cruise level of payment, I don't think.
Not at all. Not even close.
From the expectation going into making this movie, I'm sure that it's a much bigger thing than they had ever imagined.
Oh,
so.
Absolutely. No, yeah, and it kind of was the spark of, Jared Hess's directorial debut,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to create Nacho Libre, and unfortunately he didn't have a huge variety after that, but it also opened the door for John Heater.
Yeah, I
also
don't know. Heater.
Also opened the door for him because
he's in a few things. Blades of Glory,
Bench Warmers.
Yep.
So he had his stint. So.
And Jared Hess has gone on to do some other things, and I think we even talked about this in the Nacho Libre episode. He's directing the Minecraft movie in 2025.
Yeah.
That apparently Jason Momoa and Pedro Pascal is in.
No way.
Apparently, I don't know how accurate this is because his movie is not coming out for another 2 years, but it's 2025 is when it's supposed to be coming out, and so I don't know. It'd be kind of funny, Jason Momoa and Pedro Pascal. I don't know what they're gonna do for the Minecraft movie.
Oh no.
But anyway, that's topic for another time. Maybe that'll be an episode on the pod. We eat some food from Minecraft.
Yeah, just these box-shaped foods.
Yeah, like the box-shaped cake.
Yeah, I've never played it, so I don't know.
You missed out.
I do see.
My opinion, hot take, and we're going to get to a hot takes here in a minute.
Yeah, spicy takes.
Spicy takes. This has nothing to do with Napoleon Dynamite, but Minecraft is the greatest video game of all time.
That's
my spicy take.
That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
Okay, but you've never played it.
Yeah, but have you played any other video games?
Yes, I played plenty of video games.
And you think Minecraft is the greatest?
100%. Without a doubt, in my mind, my heart, and my soul, Minecraft is the greatest video game of all time.
You gotta quote that.
Quote that. I say that everywhere I go. I love Minecraft. I don't play it currently, but Minecraft is one of those games every year or 2 years or so, I all of a sudden get this urge that I need to play Minecraft again. I get on, I play for a few months, and then I get off. But I don't play any other video games other than that. And then whenever a new Kirby game comes out, I play that too.
That's one of the most absurd things I've ever heard you say. That is wild.
Well, you've never played it, though, because I understand your view. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like you view Minecraft the same way that I view Fortnite. And you view Fortnite probably the same way I do, too. Yeah. Of it's like, oh, that's a game for junior high boys that are annoying and this and that. And that's kind of how Minecraft was. I mean, I was in that era where I was Minecraft's number one audience when it came out and was getting popular. And I loved the game, but it still holds up to this day. 100% greatest game of all time. Let's go! We're my Minecrafties and the Minecrafters, my crafters in the comments.
Yeah, I mean,
come on,
maybe I'm. I don't know.
You're just wrong.
Well, because I'm not a huge video game player to begin with, but even on the outside looking in, like I guarantee there's so many other video games that top that. But, it's your opinion. You're welcome to it.
It's the correct opinion.
Yeah. So
anyway, that's my spicy take
for a movie we're not even doing.
For a video game.
Yeah, spicy take for a video game. But do you have a spicy take for Napoleon Dynamite?
I was trying to think if I had a spicy take. It's sometimes hard to come up with a spicy take. I don't know.
I don't.
Oh, here's my
necessarily have
spicy
one.
take.
Okay.
And I'll kind of explain it a little bit more. But my spicy take is that, well, maybe not even that spicy, but movies like this can never be made ever again.
Ooh.
And mostly not necessarily in the comedic and the style of it, but with the indie feeling of it. People make indie films, but indie films don't get as much love, I feel like. And just in general, they don't, of course, because it's an indie film, and big studios have the budget to advertise and so on and so forth. But an indie movie like this can never be made again. Just having like a cast of literal nobodies with a director who is a nobody get a movie that makes $46 million in the box office.
Yeah.
I don't know if that could ever happen again.
Yeah.
And it's probably happened to a few other indie movies before and after this, but I think in this current day and age in 2023, you'd be hard-pressed to find an indie movie that could do this well and be this good.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely get some diamonds in the rough where, you have those movies that are created with no-name actors or at least rising actors and actresses. So it's really hard to predict, whether this can be repeated. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, because even with that indie feel or indie style is kind of crossing over into A24 movies.
Yeah,
where you have that, but they still have the studio of A24.
Yeah, A24
so
gives independent artists a voice,
right?
But with a budget behind them, with some bigger named actors, a lot of the time. With
so it's not true to
even
the
some
indie.
bigger, directors. So it's not true indie. I will say that A24 allows for more creativity that you get from an indie film, but it's not true indie film in the sense that it's an independent artist doing something like a passion project in which Napoleon Dynamite was.
Yeah.
Clearly a passion project because it started off as just a short film, probably he made in college or something, and then turned into this huge cult classic.
Yeah. I could say, only time will tell, really, but I mean, I definitely see what you're saying.
And we talked about this previously, those strikes that were happening, the writers' strikes, which have
ended, by the way. They came to terms.
Yeah, because we had last talked about it that we didn't know when it would end. It could take 10 years, but it ended already.
Yeah. Which when this airs, it had ended, I guess you would say 2 months ago.
Probably
from this,
2 months ago. But,
depending on when this gets released.
But yeah, when we talked about that, I was thinking that the writer's strike, this is an opportunity for indie artists to come out of the woodworks because the big studios are having to halt everything.
Exactly.
And so indie writers and directors can kind of maybe wiggle out of the woodwork during that time, but it wasn't a long enough strike to where I think that could really happen.
Right.
It's still possible because now there's been a huge delay with all of those big studios, so it's still possible for that to happen, but I mean, only time will tell, I suppose. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, if indie, artists did miss that opportunity, then I mean, that's that was really the chance for them to
you
get their
snooze, you lose.
Yeah, yeah, losers. So, yeah, no, I could say my spicy take is, and this is just a random one I thought of, but I think this movie has one of the funniest supporting actors of all time, and you really have only seen him in this, and it's Kip.
Kip? Oh,
I think Kip is so funny to me.
You're just jealous I've been messaging babes online all day.
All day. He's just so funny.
He's so funny.
And it's Aron Rule, and I'm just looking at him now, and he's been in practically nothing. If you look on his stuff, but he is so funny in this movie, and he plays Kip so well.
Yep.
So I would say he's one of the funniest supporting actors of all time.
Wow, of all time, funniest supporting
in a comedy.
I mean, yeah, and I'd see that. I could see that too because I don't know, his performance is just. I mean, of course, you get the best moments when Kip and Napoleon are together, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Uncle Rico is also iconic, but Uncle Rico is also, and it's intentional, his character is kind of annoying and a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to get full enjoyment out of it. but you just get so much enjoyment out of Napoleon and Kip because there's just this stupid innocence about the two of them.
Oh yeah,
and it's just funny to watch them navigate the world around them and how they view things, and especially when LaFonda comes into the picture, and Kip changes his whole look for LaFonda. So anyway, that's I mean,
just even the small parts that Kip plays in there, where you mentioned earlier where Uncle Rico chucks the steak at Napoleon Dynamite, and he just says, "That's what I'm talking about." It's just so real.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's just like even stuff like that, or like when he's testing the Tupperware and runs over it and it just busts. He's like, "Dang it!" It just peels out,
and then he
it's just I laugh every single time that comes up.
Yeah.
So that's my spicy take.
So. After those spicy takes there, we'll get into reviewing the movie here and not too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that I noticed after watching this movie, now I still love this movie, but it gets really slow in the middle for me. In terms of like, it's hard to say that a movie gets slow when this movie has no major plot or plot development. So it's hard to say that it gets slow in a plot standpoint, but to me, it's kind of slows down in terms of its comedy and where it's going. To me, in the middle.
I see that.
The first 20, 30 minutes of the movie are like peak comedy movie like of all time. When I watched, I was just constantly laughing for like the first 30 minutes, everything that happened. And then you'd get to the points where it kind of slows down, but then near the end, it starts to pick back up again when LaFonda gets in the picture.
Yeah.
And Napoleon has, of course, one of, if not the most iconic dance scene in any movie of all time.
And to my understanding, a lot of that was improv, right?
I'm pretty sure it was.
And I'll have to check. But yeah, super. People are today, I saw a video, people today are still doing that.
Yeah.
They're dressing up as Napoleon Dynamite and reenacting the dance. So it just shows, and this movie came out 2004, so almost 20 years later. I mean, if a movie doesn't show that kind of impact to pop culture or society, then or its relevance, I don't know what does, because that just shows
this movie has huge cultural significance.
Yeah.
For at least in America, especially in like, I don't know, maybe, I mean, I can only say for us, but I feel like especially in the Midwest, I don't know, I feel like it's just
it probably hit home a little bit more.
It hits home.
Just because most of the scenes are just in the middle of nowhere, which is a lot of Indiana.
It feels like this just feels like this is my neighbor a few doors down.
Yeah, exactly.
In the most ridiculous way, like the Dynamite family is like, these are like the neighbors a few doors down, like this grandma that's like, this daredevil eccentric with two little nerdy grandkids who are like socially awkward. Anyway, it's just it hits home and it's hilarious.
I have this pulled up here. For Napoleon's dance routine, director Jared Hess and John Heder improvise and dance 3 different songs. Hess took the best moves from each song and put them into a routine using one song. Well, that's
a pretty good idea, though.
Oh yeah,
because you dance differently for different songs, and I'm sure that's how you kind of get this mishmash of all these different dance moves. Yeah, because he does 3 different songs. I wonder if they like even got to the point where they're all the same BPM songs. So
I imagine,
or at least very close to where when he's dancing, you don't have to speed up or slow down the footage.
Yeah. The another thing that was, I guess, not improvised, but another fun fact about the movie is, he has his drawings throughout. All of those were actually drawn by John Heder, Napoleon Dynamite.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I think there was one that said it wasn't. I think it was the unicorn. It's
probably the best drawing I've ever done.
Yeah, they said the unicorn wasn't, but so another fun fact.
I spent like, how long did he say? Like 5 hours on the shading on the upper lip.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's so much time on
the shading on the upper lip.
A not so good drawing, but
yep.
Let's just go straight into the rating.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I'm checking my phone for a movie for the CineSnack because I've not thought of one yet. So
wait,
if you're wondering,
You're doing it? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
doing
right.
it.
Okay, I couldn't remember who did it last. That's right.
Yeah, because
you're
I got the
doing it.
punishment over here for
That's
you.
right. Okay.
So, but let's rate the movie first. And, then we'll get
and
into
I
that.
got to remember that the 3 clues. The 3
Oh,
clues
yeah.
for the thing, so.
Let me pull up. Oh, wait, no. We do that in a minute. I'm rating the movie first.
Do you want to talk? You can talk about it first too.
Yeah, I'll give this movie.
And we're doing the combination of just the film, how it's put together, actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that this movie is I'm making an amendment right now.
Wait,
This
what
very
did
moment.
I can't remember what I gave Nacho Libre.
Neither did I, and so at this point, I'm just gut reaction. 8.3.
I gave it a 7.
Okay.
So whatever the.
Wow, I feel like that's lower than I thought you were gonna give it.
Well, I couldn't remember Nacho Libre, and I don't want to be hypocritical.
Yeah, that's the difficulty about you never remember what you rate everything else, and
yeah. But what we normally go or do is the average. So whatever, what is that? 7.
It'd be 7. No, 7.65.
Yeah, sure. I'm not doing.
You don't want to do it now, do you?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's 7.65.
Well, I'll just pull it up. Calculator. What was it again? 8.
8.3, 7.0. Right? You did 7.0. No, but this movie is great. This is another movie that I've grown up watching. It came out when I was pretty little, but I've always watched this movie, thought it was hilarious. It's very influential just on my life in terms of the comedy and quoting it.
Would you say it was again?
7.65.
There you go. You got it.
Boom. Quick
Good
maths.
Job. Good job.
Yeah, you stopped doing the averages.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing them.
Yeah, I'm just going to, unless it's super easy when we have the same rating for something. But, so Napoleon Dynamite, you have to give it the credit for where it's due. And the fact that whether you like it or not, it had such an impact on, at least like you said, in the Midwest or U.S., kind of pop culture. So it still has that impact, and it continues to have that impact.
I mean, you can find people just on the street wearing Vote for Pedro shirts now. Like, I've seen it before in recent years of somebody. I would not be surprised if you went on Hot Topic right now and there was a Vote for Pedro t-shirt. And so the fact that nearly 20 years later, it's culturally significant enough that they're still selling merchandise for it.
Yeah. And let us know.
That's to the level of like, not quite, but that's to the level of like a Jurassic Park or a Star Wars, in that they're still selling merch, and of course they're still making more of those. Yeah. So it's more impressive that there's only been one of these movies and it still has such a big cultural relevance.
Relevance, yeah.
Relevance.
Yeah, and this will come out, I believe, after Halloween. So if you happen to see someone who wore the Napoleon Dynamite outfit, I feel like that kind of answers.
Oh yeah.
That
happens all the time.
Not answers, but supports our claim that this had such a huge cultural relevance.
Yeah, you get a Vote for Pedro shirt.
Yeah,
put glasses
hair,
on, and then
fro.
like a fro.
Yeah,
and
jeans. Then jeans, and then your boots. Like he
Yeah.
had the snow boots tucked in the middle of summer.
Yeah, and then tuck your Vote for Pedro shirt into your jeans.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I've seen it before on Halloween in recent years. So it's definitely not. It's definitely still around for sure.
Yeah. And I was going to say on the rating that I'm seeing now, it is actually lower than our average at 7, which was about what mine was. Mm-hmm. But in that realm, I mean, I think that's justified as well. Yeah. But like I said, we shouldn't discredit, whether you liked it or not, discredit how much Napoleon Dynamite did have that impact,
Yeah, for sure.
So all right, we getting into
if you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, do you hate fun?
Are you anti-fun?
Are you anti-fun?
We got to get those shirts going.
We got to get
maybe by the time
anti-fun?
this comes out, we'll already have it.
Are you anti-fun?
Yeah. So we'll see. All right. Well, we're going to go straight into Cine Snacks.
I got my movie.
It is not my turn to come up with it. It is Adam's turn. So I'm going to guess. And what am I? Well, I guess it'll be different after this episode comes in. But so far, I'm on a hot streak.
Yep.
So we'll see that ends. Maybe I jinxed myself.
Yeah, well, my history is not that great.
Oh.
So we'll see what happens. I'm going to show the audience. There it is, if you can see. All right. I'm going to put it down right here. Okay. Let me pull it up once again. I have seen this movie, and I know enough about it. But once again, I don't want to misinform you. Let me think about my
clues.
hints.
Yeah, or hints. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm allowed
That's
3.
a good hint. I'm thinking the hint.
I'm allowed 3 within the 2 minutes. I wonder if would it be bad strategy for me to ask for the clues right off the bat? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Let me see.
And we get two minutes on the board, as you all know. If you're new to this, we get 2 minutes on the board. Pretty much just ask those and then you have I don't know, a minute or so afterwards to guess. Which sometimes I even guess before the 2 minutes is out, and get it.
I think I'm ready. I hope these hints aren't too good. I'm so bad at giving hints that are too good that I'm going to give it away. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready. 3, 2,
2, 1, go.
All right. it came out in the 90s?
Nope.
2000s?
Nope.
2010s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2010s. Is it live action?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a male lead?
Yes.
Is there action in it?
No.
Is it a drama?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there the male lead? Is there a female lead of equal importance?
Not really, no.
It's more so the male lead.
Yeah.
And it's a drama. Is it a sci-fi?
No.
Is it based in a central location? Or
No.
like in a city? Like, no. Is there a lot of traveling in it?
Maybe, but it's not a super big part of the movie.
Okay. Is it a Disney film?
No.
Was it directed by a famous director?
Oh shoot. I don't think so. I don't recognize the name.
Is the actor pretty well known?
Yes.
Like very well known?
Yes, he's very well known.
Okay. Is he known for action movies?
He's done some action movies.
Is he a white actor?
Yes.
Okay.
15
Brown hair?
seconds.
Brown hair?
No.
Blonde hair?
No.
Oh, red hair?
No.
Black hair?
No. I mean, maybe.
Huh?
Okay, I'll just say he's got gray hair. I don't know.
Gray hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's.
Okay. Was he in older, like, was he more famous back in the day?
No. I
Or
mean,
he's more famous recently.
Kinda. I mean, he's been famous since probably the 90s on.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give you that much.
Is there music in this movie?
Not significantly.
Is there a death in this movie?
No, not that I can remember.
Is it a sad movie?
Not particularly.
Oh my gosh, I'm not getting anything. Oh, clue.
Oh, history.
Okay, another clue.
Milkshake.
History milkshake. Another clue.
Fast.
Fast.
Oh wait,
milkshake.
Your time's up. I don't know when it ended.
Okay. Well, I think I got my clues in time.
Okay.
Hopefully.
That's fine. I gave you the 3. I think
Fast.
you're gonna have to get the punishment. I feel good about this.
History fast.
I feel good about
milkshake.
this.
History fast milkshake. How much time do I have to think about
I
this?
don't know. We never talked about this, and I feel like
That's
you
true.
always sit there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Think about
I
it.
do sit for a long time.
Write it down.
History fast milkshake.
I tried to be a little bit more obscure about the
clues.
The clues. I will say history is more of a genre of the film. History, as in, I mean, it's a drama, but it's a historical drama in a lot of ways. Well,
Okay.
I mean, it is.
Okay. Historical. I'm trying to think of the fast and the milkshake. That's really.
I don't know if
throwing
you've
me
ever
off.
seen this. I'm sure you've heard of it. If you haven't seen it, then I would be. But it's not like it's a tiny film you've never heard of. I don't think.
Okay, so it's still pretty well known.
I think
I guess I don't have to.
And
I
it's
can't
got
ask any more questions.
and when you hear the main actor, he is a big name. So. All right, write it down. Your time is up.
Yeah. Okay.
Your time is up.
This is not.
Yes.
I know I got it wrong. So.
Okay, I want to see your answer first, and then I'll reveal.
Okay. Yeah, mine's on. I'm already doing that. I did Ford versus Ferrari.
Nope. It is The Founder.
I actually
You've never seen The Founder?
Seen it.
What you know of the movie, though?
Well, I don't know, actually.
So it's about the founder of McDonald's.
Yes, I have seen that. Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Oh, I have seen that.
The founder. Michael Keaton.
Those were good clues.
I said
too.
history. milkshake, because there's a big part of the movie about milkshake
and
machines.
I was thinking fast as in racing. You were thinking fast as in fast food.
I was thinking as fast food. I was going to say, I was thinking maybe giving you the hint of burger or even Arches. But I feel like that would have given it away. So I thought fast as in fast food. Milkshake is less of an iconic food than a cheeseburger is at McDonald's, but milkshake actually is a big part of the movie.
Yeah, no,
maybe
those were
we should do
really
this
good.
as an episode and have McDonald's. That would be fun.
I like that. I like that idea because I actually like that movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think that kind of this historical, not necessarily. I mean, I guess it's sort of a biopic on Ray Kroc, who is the founder, not the creator, but the founder of McDonald's.
Because Nick Offerman's in it too for a short period
and
as the creator.
He and his brother, the McDonald brothers, started it and had the first McDonald's company. Yeah. And Ray Kroc was so impressed that he wanted a franchise. He started the first franchise.
And he profited the most off of it.
He profited
for
the
someone
most,
else's idea.
And he kind of turns into the villain at the end.
Yeah, true.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, now I got to get into the punishment.
Yes. Here we go. Okay, so let me grab it.
And I guess it's not a spoiler alert. He did already reveal to me what it was. What it's going to be.
Yeah, because Casey had thought of this punishment after I had also thought of it, so I just told him what it was beforehand. So it's not a surprise, but it's still going to be bad. If you remember Napoleon, you're not happy, are you?
Well,
Napoleon Dynamite,
we'll see.
I'm going to have to wipe this off so that I can stir it up.
Oh yeah.
So in Napoleon Dynamite,
should I drink all of it?
That's up to you. I would say maybe half.
Half of it? Okay.
Because it's going to be mostly, and I'll explain in a second, mostly orange juice anyway. In the movie, Napoleon needs to get a little bit of extra money, so he goes to the farmer that's near his house and starts helping move chickens. And so he's like, we'll have a lunch break for you guys later. And then the lunch break is hard-boiled eggs, raw eggs, peanut butter sandwiches, and then he's got this big thing of, from what I can see, it doesn't say explicitly, it looks like a big pitcher of orange juice. Yeah. And then the farmer gets an egg and cracks it and puts it in the orange juice. So, a lot of raw eggs on the show. Yeah, true. I've got a glass of orange juice.
You can crack it on the edge if you want.
And then I'm going to crack an egg in the...
Or the edge of the glass.
Yeah, well, I usually like to do it on a flat surface.
Oh, really?
Because it does less of a... Oh, so I'll crack the egg in the...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's floating right there on top.
And then I'm going to do a little mixeroo.
Oh, you are breaking it to mix it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I don't break it, then
I didn't know.
He does actually mix it.
Oh,
in the
does
movie
it?
too.
Okay.
I should have put less orange juice because we're about to fill this bad boy up. I feel like it's mostly going to be orange juice that you're going to be drinking.
Probably. We'll see.
So, anyway.
Honestly, it just looks like mixed eggs. And
yeah, so now it does. Now that
that's probably all I'm gonna think about is just it being mixed eggs. Okay,
here we go. Yes,
all right.
I was so glad I don't have to do this. You guys already know I don't really like orange juice.
All right, give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Chug, 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 chug. Oh! Is he gonna have to go all the way, or is he gonna go all the way? He's going all the way. He's going all the way. Let's go!
Yeah, let's go.
Yes. Wow.
Woo!
How was it?
The orange juice did overpower.
Yeah, I was about to say. It looked like you just went through that no problem.
Yeah, well, I tried not to think about it.
That's
either.
true.
I tried to think I was just drinking.
I'm sure that the aftertaste is mostly orange juice anyway.
Yeah.
In your mouth.
Yeah, all that acidity.
Yeah. Well, that was impressive. I wasn't thinking the whole glass. I'm glad that I didn't have to do that because I don't know if I would have gotten all the way through.
Yeah. Well, and that's the advantage I have is I enjoy orange juice. So
yeah.
That would have been really tough for you.
I would have had something I don't like mixed with a raw egg. So.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up this quirky and delightful episode of CineBites, where we've ventured into the idiosyncratic realm of Napoleon Dynamite and its culinary quirks. Just as Napoleon's dance moves defy convention, so does the delightful fusion of food and film bring unexpected joy. Thank you for joining us today on this episode of CineBites. Stay tuned for more cinematic flavors coming on upcoming episodes. Make sure to follow us on YouTube and on Instagram, and you can hear our podcast weekly on all major podcasting platforms. Until next time, bon appetit and happy viewing.